the truth is, Jody, I don't plot. Nothing. Not a novel. I sit in front of that terrible blank page and see what's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose what comes out is an amalgam of what I've observed and what I've responded to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's true for you and any writer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Did you self-publish these? Or
No, they're both royalty contracts.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how'd you find your publisher? Did you get an agent? I know you got a publicist.
No, I haven't, but I'm looking for one now after the 2 books. No, I decided to be, there were more little publishing houses than there were agents, and I just mass sent off. I don't want to kid you, and anybody out there who's a writer, there's a lot of rejection in this trade. I think they say, 90% rejection, 95, so if you want to publish a book, you got to be tough.
Yeah, it takes a long time. When I wrote my novel, it took me, well, I yapped about it for about a year. I talked about it for a year, and finally a client of mine said, I've heard you talk a lot about this book, but you don't seem to be really writing it. And I went, And so it took me 2 years to write it. Then it took me a year to find an agent, and then another year to find a publisher, and then how many ever other years to do how many ever rewrites. And I remember being at a Willamette Writers meeting one time, and they were talking about some member of the group who had just gotten his first novel published, and they said he did everything right. He did this and this and this and this, and he rewrote it 5 times. And I remember thinking, geez, I wouldn't rewrite something 5 times. But,
I do a lot of rewriting.
Yeah.
I do a lot of rewriting.
So, is it the same publisher?
No.
Done both of them?
Oddly enough, the American novel is published out of London, and the English novel is published out of a little place in Carolina. So, go figure.
Yeah. So where can people buy your books? Where do you?
Well, of course, I recommend Amazon and Barnes and Noble because it's the easiest. But particularly Heartland does have a good distribution, even though the company's in England. And most of you can order from a local bookstore. I think you can order both of them, the distribution, but the quickest way is going to Barnes and Noble or Amazon, and then they can read some reviews of other people and decide whether these are books they're interested in.
Well, they're giving me the sign. We have to wrap this up. Good luck with all of this. This is Caroline Miller's book, Gothic Spring, which you can order through Barnes & Noble or Amazon. Or if you've got a favorite bookstore and you want to send a little money their way, ask them to order it. And the other book is called Heartland. These are from Caroline Miller. Thank you so much for coming all the way down here.
Jody, it's been fun. Thank you for having me.
Good. We're going to have to throw a saddle on it and ride on out of here. I'm Jody Seay. This is Backpage. Remember, we're all in this together. More the same than different. Do your best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.